Good morning, FlossTube. Welcome to Justsewsherrie. I'm Justsewsherrie here on YouTube and also over on Instagram. Well, hello and welcome to I've Forgotten My Phone. We're at the beginning of January. We're on 7:15 in the morning. It must be the 3rd. Yeah, because the 1st was Thursday. 2nd Friday, 3rd. So welcome to the 3rd of January. Yeah. 2026 is shaping up. Yeah, just in a Justsewsherrie manner. Yes, so welcome. Welcome if you have been with me from the start. Welcome if you've joined me along the way. And welcome if you are brand new here. And there may be one or two brand newbies who've just fallen on here because I've decided to do a WIP parade. So if you are a newbie, prepare yourself. Yeah, my mantra in life is not to take it too seriously. Because let's face it, none of us are getting out alive, are we? So, I'm a big advocate of finding fun, humour and smiling through the tears of life. Because there are tears in life, it's just the way it is. Oh, hang on, there's something happening under my desk. My footstool. My footstool's gone somewhere, there. My footstool was like up on its ends. I've obviously been tidying up. Yeah, no, tidying, me. I've switched out my Christmas tree for my stocking tree. So I put all the stockings that I did last year with Sarah Stonehouse. I've put that, well, I haven't put them all up there because that's probably about a third, maybe. I've still got the other 2/3 to finish, to fully finish. I mean, I've finished them, to fully finish. And they'll all go up there. And I've got a new little guy in me background. I've got my little pink gonk that I got off my mummy for Christmas, in like a toiletry set with some perfume and stuff in. And I've now got Honey of a Tiny Town here. I've got Buttons, which is Brenda Gervais. Keeper of the Pins. I think that's what it's from. Happy to be corrected. And the other is A Cup of Tea, I think, from... It was from Nashville a few years ago. Can't remember. But I've stuck them there. And I've got Pride and Prejudice, the section that I took out from Primitive Hair. So now that I've introduced you... Oh no, and we've got stitching. The wee bird stitching from... It's a Shepherd's Bush. The wee birds, where are they from? Heart and Hand. Nothing to do with Shepherd's Bush. Heart and Hand. And this down here is from the Herbarium series from the Stitchery. Well, it's from Stitchery Sisters from last year. I've got my gift of Alison. I still haven't found out where it's from and I really need to. That I got for Christmas off her, which was so lovely. And I think that's... Oh, and I've got Disturbed Women up here. In honour of my crew of disturbed ladies. If you are a disturbed woman, you know who you are. And I can hear at least 1,000 of you that watch this going, that'd be me, that'd be me. And for the other remainder, it'll be the partners going, that'll be them, that'll be them. So yes, welcome. So welcome to the first FlossTube of 2026. I've decided to do a WIP parade. I was going to record it on New Year's Eve. I had great plans, as well as doing 12 and 12. It didn't happen, obviously, because I'm not doing it till now. Not because I couldn't, but because I genuinely just kind of sat around and just did be 12 and 12. Hey, we're doing well with the... Are the dust mites or are they orbs? But we started off great. Again, if you're new around here, we have lots of those. I've either got a very, and bearing in mind, I've literally just cleaned and dusted and everything. I even went and bought some more baby wipes to make sure that I had plenty to clean my room with. So yes, shall we get this show on the road? Because I have got quite a lot. I'd like to say I'm doing this WIP parade for you, but actually it's more of a clean out for me. So my plan is today, while I'm filming this, I'm going to go through everything that I've got. So all of my WIPs and all of my kitted projects. And I shall tell you for why. I used to have kitted projects. I've got these buckets, which I'd like to be able to show you, but they're too heavy for us to pick up. Didn't think that one through. So I've got these buckets here, so you can see them there, with all my projects in. And one is for kitted projects. So I had the pattern, the fabric and the threads all in there. Now, if you can see, this one here is the kitted projects one. So it's quite full. And it dawned on me that I was flattening all the threads. I was squishing everything together. So I took all the threads out, put a little marker on to say which pattern they were from, and I've hung them up there. So that when I pick the kitted project out of there, I can just go to there, grab the threads, and I'm good to go. It recently occurred to me, I was running out of 40 count. Well, say running out. My drawer was not as tightly packed as it normally is, put it that way. If you watch my craft room tour, you'll know. So I've been ordering more fabric. 40 count specifically, because that appears to be the one that I use most of and that I'm running out. I'm started with my jumper here, you know, and I'm sweating already. I'm going to end up switching this out for a blouse, but we'll see how far we'll get. And then it occurred to me, I have got a whole load of fabric in my kitted projects. And some of them have been sitting there for 2-3 years. So I've got a lot of fabric that I don't even know I've got. So I've decided to go through. Now, again, if you followed me for a while, you'll know I can be pretty good at UFOing things. I can just go, do you know what, I'm done with that. And just, I cut the fabric, I cut whichever bit off the fabric, throw it in the bin, use the rest of the fabric, and that's that. So I'm going to be doing that today. I am going to be doing a brutal cut and keep. I like that. I might use that as my title. So we're going to do a brutal cut and keep. Anything that I don't think that I'm just... Do you know Marie Kondo? Is that her name? Where you spark the joy when you hold something. If it doesn't spark joy, get rid of it. That's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be either sparking joy or not sparking joy. And we're going to be sparking lots of joy by, oh, what's the word? Liberating fabric. So we're going to be cutting and keeping and liberating fabric today. Help. Help, help, help. To be fair, I don't think my WIPs are that bad, because I have gone through them in the past and liberated before. So hopefully, before we start, I'm going to get changed. I've only just getting dressed. I'm going to get changed again because I'm just too hot. Hang on. Okay. I have no doubt that in about 30 minutes to an hour, I'll have my jumper back on. It's cold at the moment and it's forecast snow today. Yes. but it's only forecast light snow. Pants. So all of you that have got tons and tons of snow, I am very, very, very jealous. As always. Let's move on. Got me Ribena, got me Geps. Let's go. Let's go. And for those of you thinking, oh, I should have done a normal floss tube, of course, all of my new starts are now my WIPs, so you will get to see them all. Anyway, so first one is from Ooh La La, and this is Mon Petit Exemplaire. Do you like my accent? Do you think my French is good? My French is quite often good, but not when I'm speaking the language. So I am doing this with my friend Sarah Stonehouse. I think it's 5993 on Instagram. We are doing a Blackbird a month, and at the end of it we're doing a small Blackbird a month, and at the end of it we're going to make it into a book. I say we. Sarah is going to talk me through every single thread to make this book, because I have no idea. She's the finisher. Nah. I don't profess to be anywhere near good at finishing. Don't profess to be anywhere near good at anything, really. Apart from having a laugh. A laugh? A laugh. We are having a laugh. I was going to say having a lark and having a laugh at the same time. So, I am quite pleased. So for my regular floss tubers, this was a new start. I'm quite pleased with it. So I'm doing it with, this is a mystery linen. It reminds me of a Swan Bay, like a light Sanditon, not Sandisha, Sanditon. But I don't think it is. I'm not sure if it's a Megan Coffee Craft. I don't know. But I thought it was a 40 count. I still think it's a 40 count. But I'll have to check my measurements, because this is coming out a lot bigger than I thought it would. So I might need to go back to the drawing board with that. Did I say I'm doing it? So I'm doing it with Classic Colourworks bandana. I've just realised I didn't see it in me. And I don't know where it's gone. I don't know where the thread is. But yeah, that is that. I'm going to go through them fairly quickly, otherwise we will be here all day, and it's 7 o'clock already in the morning. It took too long putting my makeup on for you, so I look glamorous. So that is that one. Needs to be finished fairly soon. So it's going to be one of me monthlies that I'm like, right, let's get this done. I like to do all of my vegetables first. So at the beginning of the month I do all of me things that need to be done. So stitch alongs, or if I'm doing, because I'm doing like, oh, there's the thread, there's the bandana. Stitch alongs and any, like I'm doing the cricket collections. So any of the letters that I'm due to do that month, anything like that. Next one, Historical Sampler Company, and this is the Red Pot Sampler. And this is the one I did spend a week doing monogamously. So I was talking to Sarah this week and I was saying it isn't until recently when I got it back out that I realised actually how well I'd done on that week's monogamy. So I'm quite pleased now, because I'm actually down to the bottom third. So I'm doing this on Needle and Flax 40 count Steinbeck. And as you can see, I am down to the bottom on this side, this bottom third. But I've still got the the majority of, well, some of the second third to do on this side. This one, the border's beautiful, but it takes some doing. But it's stunning. I love this. Really, really, really love this. I'm doing it with a cold for, so I got, was it this one I got? No, it was the pot sampler that I got for my birthday. This one I was very kindly gifted. I met, excuse me, I met Joanne and Suzanne at Stitch in London, the normal edition, a year and a bit ago. And they'd had the model stitch there, and it was right beside the table I was sitting on. And all weekend I just kept looking at the model stitch and going, that's stunning. I love that. I love that. And when I was chatting to Suzanne and Joanne, I'd said, I've been looking at that one all weekend and I love it. And when I got home, a couple of days later, this dropped through my door with a little note to say, we've posted it off. It was lovely meeting you. And it was just so lovely of them. So it's taken me a year to get it started, but once I've started it, I'm doing it 1/2. Love this. Love, love, love this. So that's the other thing that this WIP parade is going to do for me. It's going to give me a little bit more organisation. Because for the last month, I've just really stitched sort of Christmas or around Christmas. So it's going to give me a little bit of what do I want in my rotation. So a little bit of organising what I want in my rotation basically, which is what I've just said. So these two so far will stay in rotation. What's this one? So this one is Christmas Ornaments by JBW, and so I've got two ones that have been completed, those two, and I've got that one which is to be finished. So with this, what I would like to do is find the threads, because I've faulted on this because I needed another thread that I didn't have to hand, and I couldn't be bothered to go and look for it. So that's why this one faltered. I need to get it and I need to finish it, and I need to put them away so that this project bag can possibly be retired. Now, I've also got a second one in here that is just kitted. In fact, it's not even kitted. It's, I've got two. So these were ones that I wanted to do, but I haven't done yet. So Winter in the Round, again JBW, and a Stitcher's Stocking, and again JBW. I have got some fabric, which is, I think I'm going to have to move that light. 32 count Winter Moon. So I've identified that, I assume, for the Stitcher's Stocking is what I've got for this, because I think that needs to be done with a white. So I think Stitcher's Stocking on this one. What am I going to do with that? I'm going to keep Winter in the Round. Oh, hang on, I've just spotted another piece of fabric. Yes, so there's me white. There's me white. There's this. Right, I'm going to keep these out. I'm going to finish this and put it away for next year. Have I got much more fabric on here? See, I could do another little one on there, couldn't I? And then finish for the year. Am I going to? Probably not. I don't need to decide now because I need to finish this. So I'm going to put this back in the project bag, and I'll make a decision once that is been finished whether I'm going to go on and do another little one, and then that's that fabric done, and I can allegedly fully finish and move on. So I'll put that back in there. I'm going to put the winter and the round back in there. This and this will be going away. So this is going to stay in my rotation just for now. I don't know if I'm going to get that winter and the round done, you know. I don't know whether to just... No, I'll leave it in there because I need the project bag anyway for the other one. So it's not doing any harm. And I rarely use white. So that's not being kept out the way either. It's not fabric that I could be using for something else. So I'll just leave that there. Let me just check that fabric. I wondered if it had a... looks like a 32 count. Possibly a 36, but I think that's a 32 count. It hasn't got a tag on though either. Yeah. Okay, moving on. That's the kitted I'll show you them. Just as I grab them, I'll show you them. So it's a bit of an everything. So this is Jacob Modern Folk Embroidery, how to stitch a Quaker style pinwheel, and this was the exclusive project that we got from Aquath. And I haven't started this, but I have got, so I've got this kitted up. Let me have a look, get my grips on. I mean, this to me, did we get the fabric given? I think no, I think this to me looks like Silver Moon, so I got. If not, it's just a very, very, very pale blue. And this was the threads that we got, only I swapped with the wonderful Edita. And this is DMC 3768. So that is to go with that. You can't buy this, unfortunately. It was just a project for Aquath. Whether he'll ever release it, I don't know. There certainly wasn't any plans to, but that may change. I'm going to leave that kitted. I am going to leave that kitted because I need to get to it sooner rather than later. So that is going to go on the still to do in rotation pile. I'm going to end up with a few piles, aren't I? In rotation, still to have on the side, waiting for its chance in the sun. Yeah, I'm going to have a few piles. That's alright. This one, Christmas one. So this is Celtic Santa by MilHill. And this is how far I got on him. And he's lovely. And he's lovely to stitch on as well. These boards, if you haven't come across them, these are magnetic boards. So you literally just put the perforated paper in it. And the beauty of these boards, particularly for me, it fits in my Lowry. So suddenly I can stitch. Because MilHill's, I enjoy them, but they're difficult to stitch unless you've got... Well, yeah, they were just difficult to stitch because you had to keep a hold of the paper, perforated paper, They just weren't easy to stitch on. These magnetic boards are just wonderful. Rachel, Talking Dog Stitchery, she has them in stock. So if you want one, I've got this one, and I've also got a smaller one for the smaller MilHills. They're brilliant. Absolutely, I cannot recommend these enough. If you're doing MilHills or you want to do a MilHill, invest in this. It will make your life so much easier. That is going to go on in my to do next year. I'm going to end up with a few piles here, aren't I? So that, what I mean is, that can go away. That can go away to next year. I'd like to finish them, but I know for a fact I'm going to end up with like 27 projects just to do today. So that is that one. This one, oh, she's one of my big ladies. One of my big ladies. This is Miss Christmas Eve by Mirabilia. And she's a beauty. I've done a little bit more on this since you last saw her. So, there we go, that's better. So since you last saw her, I have done the rest of her glove. So, well, I've put all her glove in along here, and I have done all of the stitching, I think. So there's only the back stitch now to go on. And I've said this before and I'll say it again, the shading that Nora uses is just superb. She's just a genius when it comes to colour, and doing the shading. So I've done that, and what else did I do? I came down here and I've started doing the ribbon, and I've done, had I done that bit? I've done the pink, but I've come down here and done some of the purple. And then, can you see all these very light greens? I've put all these in. So I sat and put more of the, again, more of the shading in. It took ages. It took ages, like cross, what do you call it? Like, oh, referencing and cross-referencing. For anybody new, right, I've got a man over the back. Well, he's not my man. He's the woman who married him. By right, he's her man. But this man comes out every week. And half the time, well, in the summer, he just has his shorts on, and like he's bare-chested and everything's great. It's great. And in the winter, he comes out in his goonie. And a goonie is a Geordie word for a dressing gown. Or a house coat, I don't know what they're called in different countries. I haven't seen him for a few weeks. I don't know. I don't think she's kicked him to the curb, because they don't seem. They seem quite nice. They only got married a year or two ago. But I wonder whether he's given up smoking. That's what I'm thinking. Because he didn't used to come outside and just stand. He used to come out and have a cigarette. But I haven't seen him for ages. Might have to go and knock on the door and do a welfare check. And tell him, all my ladies on YouTube want to know where he is. We want to know that he's safe. We want proof of life, don't we? Proof of life. I'll get him to hold up today's newspaper. Yeah. So anyway, back to cross stitch. Back to cross stitch. Yeah, where was I? I'd filled in all the light green, hadn't I? Oh, it's going to be difficult, this one. That's right, I was referencing and cross-referencing to make sure I was in the right places, because half of these gaps are for ribbons and beads and all sorts. So I'm trying. I can't remember whether it was Rachel or Jess said it unnerves them completely, because I do things like I always say I'm going to go back and do that, and they have meltdowns thinking, no, I couldn't, I need to do it as I go. So I'm trying to be a little bit more doing it as I go, so not to leave all the bits till last so that I forget them. And I rely on you guys to be my proof stitchers. So I am trying to go back and fill in as much as I can as I go. But this has been done on Capricorn by Sparkly's 32 count, I think. It could be a 28 because my stitches appear to be lying and coming through the fabric wonderfully. 2/2. She's going to be a beauty. She will stay in my rotation. I won't necessarily work on her every week, but it was this time last year I said, oh, I'm going to do it on the 24th of every month. I think it was Sarah Stitchy Spot inspired me, because she does things like that. She's like, oh, I'm going to stitch on this. And when you watch our floss tube, she's like, oh, and because it was the 22nd last month, I stitched on this. And I'm like, why can't I remember shit like that? Oh, I've just swore. Sorry. But I can't remember that I said I was going to stitch on that on the 24th of every month. Then promptly forgot. I know what I need to do. So this year, I've got 2 books. I'm being very, very naughty. I've got the Stacy Nash book and I've got the Book of Days. And I'm going to fill them both in to see what I like and what I don't like about each. And there's things already that I'm like, okay, yeah, that's better in that one, but that's better in that one. It's not going to say that one is better than the other. It's just that it will suit me better for my needs. We all use Book of Days and other stitchy journals that suit our needs. So it's just going to be whatever suits my needs. What was I going to say? So what I need to do is go through and on the 24th of every month pre-populate it with Miss Christmas Eve. That might remind me, because I'm pretty good at, excuse me, I'm turning this light round again because I feel like that's a little bit better. Yes, I'll be looking at me doodah as I go, so hopefully it'll remind me. Hopefully. So next one, Home from the Holidays by Blackbird Designs. Christmas Garden. I love this. I love this, I love this, I love this. So I had started it on 32 count with the called for DMC. It's charted for Overdyes and DMC, and I chose the DMC, and I didn't like it. And it wasn't the DMC I didn't like, it was the 32 count, because that then means it's 2 threads. I'm not a fan of 2 threads. They don't lie correctly. So I've restarted it on 40 count with the Overdyes. What a difference. What a difference the Overdyes make. I'm so pleased. And I'm doing this on 40 count mint and honey? Milk and Honey by Fibre on a Whim. She's a beauty. She is a beauty. So since the last time I have done this central motif. Don't know if I've done a bit more of the border as well. I might have. Because I remember looking at this and I spent a while on it, but didn't feel like I'd got very far. Still don't feel like I got very far. But yeah, do you know what I should have done? Is that I should be telling you where I got my bags from as I go. This one is my project bags. This is a Pauline Sorbet bags on Instagram. Teresa Corgett fabric. This is the same. Can't remember where the other one's from. Sorry, can't remember. So yeah, this is as far as I got last week. This is going to stay in my rotation without a shadow of a doubt. And this was totally inspired by, because I'd started the 32 count, but because I wasn't loving it, it just got pushed to the side really. And then when I was watching Carol Saltbox, she had the Christmas garden in a montage, and I was like, I need to start that again. Definitely need to start it again. And I am so pleased I did, because I'm really enjoying it. Like I say, I just wasn't loving it. So I am definitely better off just getting rid of ones that don't spark joy. Just getting rid. They're the overdyes. It's done in 4 colours only, which fascinates me. Heirloom Gold, Calico Kitty, Endive, Rose Gold. Yes, so that is staying very firmly in my rotation. A lot of these ones will, because they are my current rotation anyway. Now, this is a new start. It's a new restart, exactly the same as Christmas Garden. I'm not sure, this might be Sarah. Not Enough WIP bags, Sarah Poulsen. In fact, yes, it will be, because she does the nice little notions bags that go inside. This is it Jane Austen fabric? Something like that. So this is another restart. Oh, and I've got the... I haven't got the Winter Rose Manor. By Brenda Gervais. So this is just a a start. I'm doing this on 36 count Winter Brew by R&R, and this is as far as I got, so I'm quite pleased with it. It's a reasonable start. It's not like a wonderful start, but it's a good start. And I'm so pleased I started it again. You can see this roasted marshmallow loads better. I did the last one on Milk and Honey, 32 count. You see the, well, you can barely see it, this basket. That's a full basket. I can't even see it. It is very just tone on tone. Yeah, I wasn't happy with it, so I've started again, and I'm pleased I did. So I'm doing it now 1 thread over 2 as well. So this was a 2 over 2. It wasn't, I don't know why, I just wasn't happy with it at all. And when I've looked back at it, the stitching is fine. It's lying pretty well for 2 threads. So I don't know why but I just don't like it. So I started again. Because I can. So, and I'm doing this with all of the code for the reds. Which I must have pinched from. Because I was missing 3 or 4 and I assumed that meant I didn't have them for whatever reason. But I went and had a look anyway and I had them. They were just hanging up in my normal threads. So whether I've borrowed them from something else and then dekitted them and put them back up there, I don't know. But yes, I've got them. I'm doing them. I'm very, 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 very happy with it. Happy that I decided to go back and change. It definitely, if I'm not happy, I'm definitely better off changing, better off just cutting my losses and moving on. So that will stay in my current rotation for now during the winter, and then I will switch it out for something else in the summer, no doubt. Oh, now this is the one you haven't seen for a little while. Or I haven't seen for a little while, I should say. Have I got a picture? I have. So it's just in black and white, I'm afraid. But this has been not done by Mama Loves You, UK. UK? Who's UK? UK. Mary Ann Kettle, 1838, I think that says. And I started this with a lovely lady called Sarah, who I met at Stitch in London, the sampler edition, and then re-met at Stitch in London, the normal edition. And we decided to put ourselves out there and do a 56 count. Sarah finished it. I didn't. So we did a sal. It was meant to be finished probably about 2 years ago. So this is on, like I said, 56 count, and this is a Megan Coffee craft. And I'm doing it with a silk. I am doing it with, it's a paint box silk, I think. Yes, paint box silk threads. It just says colour VSN02/1023. So that's as far as I am. I found stitching on it all right. 56 count, as long as you get the magnification correct. And it does mean, because I've got glasses that I got off Amazon, they're like +4s. So I've got those, and I can do them right up to 46 count. I can do with them, no trouble at all. But with the 56 count, I'm pretty sure I had to then use my magnifier as well as my glasses. And I know a lot of ladies say, "Oh, I couldn't do 40 count, or I can't do any higher than a 32 count because my eyes don't work." Well, neither do mine. I just get the right magnification. Get the right magnification, you can stitch on anything. So don't be frightened of stepping up your count. Just get another stronger pair of glasses or magnifier or whatever it is that you choose to stitch with. So that is that. What will I do with this? I'd like to finish it. I would like to finish it. I'm going to put it back into my rotation pile. And what I think I'll do is stitch on it this next week, see how I feel, see if it sparks joy in me. I'm not UFOing it, definitely not, because I would like to finish it one day. Whether that day is this day, I don't know. So I'll try and stitch on it this week and see where I go. Again, this is a Sarah, not enough WIP bags. Most of mine are from her, to be fair. So, what have I got next? Oh, now this was a new start. I am loving this. Love the way it looks. Oh, I'm not loving so much the way... Right. So this is The Light of Winter by Brenda Gervais with Thy Needle and Thread. And this was one of my... It was meant to be one of my 12 and 12 starts. But it ended up not. It ended up being one of my New Year's Day starts instead. So this is how far I got. This is so incredibly pretty. So pretty. But there's a lot to the border. It's not a... Yes, it's a repetition of itself, but it's not a regular enough repetition for me to just be able to catch the drift and keep going on my own. I've got to use the pattern all the time for all the stitching. So yeah, but I love the way it's coming out. Absolutely love the colours. She's just, honestly, she's like, what's her name? Nora Corbett. The colours are just divine. Divine. Did I ever tell you about, well, I won't have. My daughter had a friend and his surname was Divine. And I said I just wanted to marry him or his dad because I just want to be Mrs. Divine. I think that would be wonderful. And then weirdly enough, I met his mum. She came to pick him up. They were having a bit of a party here. She came to pick him up and I was like, oh my God, I just so wish I was you. I just want to be Mrs. Divine. Oh yeah. So I'm doing this on... Same as Winter Rose Manor, 36 count Winter Brew by R&R. This is my new favourite fabric. I think parchment has been retired and this has usurped as my newest favourite fabric. And do you know what this reminds me much of is the Rustic Sheep by Xdew that I did me pot sampler on. This is not a million miles away. And that was why I think I found that so easy to do, because not so easy, but I did it so quickly because I loved the fabric, really loved the fabric. So yeah, Winter Brew by R&R, I'm on it. This will be staying very firmly and wholly in my rotation. And I did get this gifted off a lovely lady called Rhonda, which I'm eternally grateful for. Project bag is from Patchwork Paw Print on Etsy. Her stuff is exquisite. It is stunning, her project bags. But so are the prices. So, yeah, it's a treat to get one of her bags. Definitely. To be fair, Sarah's bags are amazing. So, you know, it's a treat to get any of them. And this is a Sarah bag. This is the Not Enough WIP bags. I love the back, love the fabric. And in here we have Winter by the Cricket Collection. So I was trying to do a letter a month to get through some of their things. And I couldn't decide for winter whether to do 2 letters a month and have it finished by Easter and then start the Easter one. Oh! Or whether to do a letter from each a month. So far I haven't done either. Basically I've done one letter. I've done one letter for this month, but I have done the letter and have finished it. So that is the eye. So since you last saw her, she has got the eye put in. And all of the eye. I think that's all of the stitching. Is it? Yes, it is. I have done all of the stitching. And then I would have continued with winter, the N. But my patterns, the way I've photocopied them, a chunk of the N is missing, so I need to backtrack and re-photocopy the N to make sure that I've got the... So I'll leave that up here beside me photocopier. Hopefully I'll remember to put the pattern in when I decide to photocopy it. So I'll get that done. I might actually try and get the N cracked off, and then so it means I have done 2. Shall I start Easter? Because that means that Easter or spring would be done for spring. I might. This is another Megan Coffee Craft fabric, and it's a... Oh, it's 46 count, I think this is. Pretty sure this is a 46 count. Which is why it's so small. I'd need to count it again, but I'm sure this is a 46 count. Yes. I can't believe I'm stitching on 46 count just with my glasses. That's mental. Just once you get your eyes in. So obviously she will be staying very firmly in my rotation. Now, these were and I'll talk a little bit more about them on my next actual floss tube. But this bag I got off my very good friend Anne with an E from New Zealand. I am keeping all of my Year of the Shepherd. So all of the monthlies that I'm doing for next year, I'm keeping in that bag. So I have started all of them. I will show you a couple because I think I did very, very, very clever. They all have see the arbor that goes round? They all have, and it's all exactly the same. Sure it is. Yeah, they all have exactly the same. I saw one and I thought, does that colour look different? They're all exactly the same. So I made my 12 and 12 very, very, very easy, and I did 12 threads. So I did 1 thread in each, so that I have got the arbor started for when I come to do it. It is the best 12 and 12 experience I have ever had. So I will be replicating it from here on in. So January though, I'll show you that one. This is with Storm. I think it's Storm. And I didn't start with the arbor for this one. I started because 3 of them have got white sheep, so I had to be careful about the fabric that I was choosing for them. So I'm trying this. I'm going to stitch the rest of the sheep and see how I feel about the white and see whether I need to go a little bit darker in my choice. But the January one is all about the blues and stuff. So I didn't have enough of this fabric anyway. This is like a 32 count platinum. And I had a big sort of chunk of it, but when I cut it all up into the pieces I need, I think I had 9 pieces. So I needed to replace 3 pieces of fabric, and I chose, like I say, there's 3 white sheep. And I'll show you the others when I go through my 12 and 12 properly on my next floss tube. So I'm doing the sheep first on this. So this is staying in my rotation. This has been done with, no, I've got some DMC on there as well as some of the overdyes. I couldn't decide whether to do the overdye. I would like to have done the overdyes for all of them, but they're not big enough to really matter. So I don't think I'm going to spend the money just getting all of the correct threads in for very little return. So, sorry, I'm looking at the pattern with all the there, can you see? So I've marked off the ones I've got on that, the overdyes. That's for February. So if I've got them in, I'm doing them, the overdyes. If I haven't, I'm just substituting DMC, unless it is for the mound. So if it's for the mound, I'm going to get the actual overdye, because it's a good sort of chunk. You'll be able to see the variegation in it. The rest of it, excluding the sheep, isn't enough to really matter. I hope that makes sense. So I'm trying to be a little bit more sensible. I'm now out of my 3 a month challenge. Thank you. Thank you, Lord. I did it. I did it again. Yeah, I found a lovely loopholes along the way. So yes, but it did teach me not to just go spending willy-nilly when I don't really have to. So yes, that's what I've decided to do with that. That is staying in my rotation. Each month I will pick up said month. Okay, what's in here? Oh, now this is a kitted project. It is Modern Folk Embroidery Quintessential Frisian Smalls, and I got this when I was at Ackworth from Jacob. So in it all I have done I've photocopied the ones that I need, that I'm planning on doing. So this is just a kitted. I've chosen 2 different threads. Roxy Floss, How Do You Blue, and Phthalo Red. That's a lovely one, because I've just done, can't remember what it was, just done one with Phthalo Red, haven't I? And I've just picked out it's a 32 count fabric. I know not what it is. It's a 32 count fabric, which has been, oh, I do know what it is, I'm lying. 32 count platinum. So this is what I was doing spring on. Can't remember who the designer was, but I UFO'd it. As we've already discussed, I'm not a fan of stitching on 32 count, mainly because it's 2 threads over 2, and I don't like the way it lies half the time. So a lot of the 32 count fabric now I'm using for smalls, so it's not as big of a deal. I'm not doing like a massive thing where I can see all of these threads that aren't lying properly. So this will stay kitted because I would like to get to some of these this year. It's been sitting in me rotation downstairs. I've got a few to start that I've left with the ones that I'm currently doing, and that is one of them, and that will stay there. Okay. Oh, my beautiful, beautiful lady. My beautiful lady. I cannot believe there's a pinprick of light. I'd like to think it's bigger than it actually is, but it's not. It's still just a pinprick. So this is, of course, my Snow Queen by Mirabilia. And this is where I am with her. So since you last saw her, basically I've put in all of this. All of the Whisper White. The Whisper White's a pain in the hoopla to stitch with. Really slow going. And I've found that I've got to have very short lengths. Otherwise, the fluffy bit just drags through the holes and you lose it. So, yeah, the hole pulls the fibres back, so you end up just with a thread without the whisper bit. So, but it looks incredible. Absolutely incredible. But I am, once I've done this bit and this bit, so I've done the rest of this as well. So once I've done these 2 last bits of fur, it's beading. And I'm kind of frightened to start beading because I've got imposter syndrome. I've got total imposter syndrome, thinking, well, I can't finish it because that's way too good for me to have done. Do you know what I mean? It's like, oh my God. And I know some of you feel like that because you've said in the comments, I love you, Snow Queen, but I wouldn't be able to do that. I feel the same. I feel exactly the same. Even though I'm doing it, I feel the same. I feel like, I can't have done that. There's no way I could have done that. So yes, it's going to be very difficult starting the beading because I can feel my eyes welling up, you know, and you think, my God. Come on, Sherrie, get a grip. Get a grip. Don't cry. I think this is a sign of what's to come. I think when she's finished, I think I'll bubble. I think I'll just collapse into like, oh my God, I can't believe I've done that. So yes, for all you ladies out there thinking, I can't do that. Yeah, you can. Because the whole point of this floss tube, when I started, was not to present, but to show that it can be done. If I can do it, anyone can do it. You know, just, yeah. Yeah, I've kind of lost myself a little bit there. So that's all been done with the Cold 4 DMCs and Karen Water Lilies, Crynex. Oh, that's right. I did some of the. Show you. See, I got like just too excited there. I did some of the Crynex along here as well, which looks. Did that. Don't know why I felt I needed to show you 6 stitches of Crynex that I did. I think it's because it was a different bit that I hadn't done yet. So yes, it's all been done with the Cold 4, and yes, she will be staying in my rotation. Okay, that's one. That's one pile. There's me saying I am so good at like being brutal. Right, I'm just going to show you this pile. So this is my pile to keep in rotation. The one that I'm getting rid of is that one. And I've binned one bit of fabric. Okay, let's move on to another box. Right. Had to put the heating on again. I'm freezing now. There was one I missed from me, was in my rotation. And if I can find the pattern, I'll show you it. That one. So, oh, upside down. So, 9 Medallions by Jacob, Modern Folk Embroidery. This was my Aquith stitch. So in other words, I bought the pattern at Aquith. I think it was released at Aquith. I bought the fabric, was the Lady of the Linens, Alison. Bought the fabric on my behalf from Tabby Cat, and I got it at Aquith. And I bought the threads from Letitia, who is Curry's little shop, when I was at Aquith. So this is my Aquith stitch, and this is done on 46 count Ashley Downs, which I think is a new one from MilHill, and I'm doing it with Antique Black Gloriana silk. Let's see. So I've done quite a bit on it since you last saw her. I think that's right, I had a frog half of this. I'd done an extra line in here on both sides for some reason, but it knocked the centre off, and I did need to frog it, because I was thinking, can I fudge it? Will I get away with it? I don't know. But because it was central, I'm going to see it, even if nobody else can. So I frogged it and did it again, and I've done all down here. So I've done the 2 full half full motifs, and I'm on to the 3rd one. And this was, I put a little bit of this in. I think the cat was on me legs or something, so you know when it's obviously against the law to move and you've got an animal asleep on you. So I think I just started putting in what I had me pattern up at the time, what was in me hoop at the time. So I started the words in the middle, a token of love, I think it says. Yeah. But I'm really enjoying this. Really loving this 46 count. Really, really loving it. So that is that one. That is staying in my rotation. Another one that's staying. Yeah, Sherrie, you're so good at getting rid of things that... Right, now I haven't looked at a lot of these, so these are going to be as I grab them. Some might be kitted, some might be WIPs. We will see, and I will hopefully start and get rid of some of these. You never guess. My man's there. He hasn't packed in smoke and he's there. It's alive. He's alive, guys. He's alive. Breathe, breathe. The chest. We may see the chest again. The abs may return in the summer. Okay, what have I got in here? So this is another bag by Sarah. Not enough WIP bags. I didn't show you this one. This is by my lovely friend. The turtle. These are turtle based stitches. It's a William Morris fabric. Right, what have I got in here? Well, I've got some fabric and some threads. Oh, flip neck. It's all knackered. So in here I have got Autumn Notes by Shepherd's Bush. I have got all the overdyes for it. Didn't realise it was in there. It's not in the... and I've also got 2 bits of fabric in here. So this is a 32 count Thornfield by Needle and Flax. It's a lovely bit of fabric. A lovely variegation on it. And this one is a mystery linen. So I've obviously put them in thinking one of them would do. This fabric is going back to the fabric drawer. I'm not going to be stitching autumn anytime soon. So this will be getting put up there. I'll put a little tag on to say Autumn Notes on the front of it. And that will be getting put back in my patterns. Which means I've got a new fabric bag. Project bag. I've got an empty bag. Where will that go? For the moment, that can go down there. Right, this is definitely a WIP. This is a WIP. I've been thinking about this recently as well. Sorry, I'm laughing because I can't help but think, yeah, I've been thinking about this. You know, like, other people must think, like other normal people must think, what? Have you not got better things to think about than a cross stitch? So this is my 50th birthday stitch, and this is Modern Folk Embroidery. I've got quite a lot of Jacob's things on the go, I didn't realise. Forget Me Not. This was meant to be a legacy piece for my daughter. I've kind of given up on that now because it was turning it into... It was making it too big. Do you know what I mean? It had to be perfect. And you see all these orbs? Or bits of dust or whatever. I've got a few happening today. So, honestly, it's like fireworks half the time. We haven't had fireworks for a while, but yeah. Yeah, it was turning it into... I couldn't do it. I had like paralysis over it. Perfection paralysis. If it wasn't going to be perfect, I didn't want it, kind of thing. And it was just... It was spoiling my enjoyment of actually stitching it. So I've just come back to, do you know what? It's a stitched piece. If Courtney wants to keep it, she can keep it. If she doesn't, she doesn't. I'll be dead. That won't bother me. Let's be honest. Won't bother me. But in the meantime, it gets to go up in my living room. So I need to get it done. So this is where we are. Let's have a look at the picture. Let's see where I am compared to the picture. Yeah, so I'm about halfway. I'm about up to here. So maybe just under halfway, maybe 40%. God, I've got loads of flying things today. I think it's dust. It could be. Yeah. Anyway, so this has been done on 40 count anthracite by Zweigart with, and this was the problem I had when I was having all this paralysis, was over the goddamn threads. So I'm doing it with Gentle Arts Suit. Oh, there they are. I can find it. Gentle Arts Suit, White Lightning by Weeks Dye Works, and what was the grey? The grey was the bane of my life, and I think it was the bane of everybody who watches me life as well. King Mackerel. So there were the three colours that I finally went with, and I'm dead pleased. I did get the right. This King Mackerel was exactly what I wanted it to be. I wanted it to be a soft colour that just sort of sat in it. I wanted the white to pop. I wanted these middle ones to just sit in the background and just sort of help the white pop, if you like. And then just some gentle ones for the flowers. So all of the big things are in the white. The medium to small ones are in the black, and then the flowers and things that aren't Quaker motifs in the King Mackerel. So I'm really pleased with how it's coming out now. It took me ages to get here. So long. This will sit upstairs for a little while longer. So what I do is I have my rotation I keep in the living room where I do my stitching. And then up here, I showed you, I've got like 3 bins. So that will stay up here just for a little while. I think until we get the bulk of winter out the way. I'll pick it up again once the winter stitching starts. Once the winter stitching, I was going to say starts to be finished. Once the winter stitching is ending. How difficult, Sherrie. How difficult do you want to make words? Once the winter stitching comes to an end, I will get that back out. Is what I was trying to say very badly. Right, give me a breather. What I did forget to say was this fabric project bag was by my lovely friend Cross Stitch Jess, and she sells her bags on Instagram. She's lush. She is lush. She's a good one. She's a good one as well, Jess. Okay, next one, and this bag is my other friend, Turtle. The Turtle, yes, the Turtle. Turtle Bay Fabrics down in Bridgend in South Wales. If you're around that way, pop in, say hello, tell her I said. This one is, oh, I'd forgotten about this, a French rose. This was my favourite. Was it Nashville or was it Needle Place? Must have been Needle Place. No, I think it might have been Nashville, you know. Because I didn't get caught up in Nashville last year. I stayed well away from it. And here is where we are. Now, I put it to one side because I was struggling to stitch on it. I think it's called Permin. I think it's 40 count Permin or something like that. So what I've done is, sorry, I'm not even showing yet. I've put some stabiliser on the back and I'm going to try and stitch through that. I was struggling to stitch on the fabric. It was too flimsy for me to stitch on. So I've put some stabiliser on the back. I haven't actually stitched on it since. And I'm doing it with another Gloriana Flamingo, which is called for this, I think. I'm sure it is. Yeah. So it's the called for. So I need to give that a try. I'm not going to do it yet. It's going to stay up here. Yes, it's going to stay up here. I might, you know, once I've looked at everything that I've got, I might end up going back to my rotation and replacing some of them. I would like to get that finished this year. Because it's not massive, is it? I would like to, well, I would certainly like to give it a go with the stabiliser on the back and see if that works the way I wanted it to. So this bag is by Ness Craft Room, who was at Stitch in London. This is Maria Bowthorpe. And I've got a picture. I think it's on my phone. I think it's I think it's a PDF that I got. In fact, I'm sure it is. So I was stitching this for my friend Alison's birthday, and I got stuck with it. I didn't get stuck. It just got stopped and never really restarted. And it's fab. It's a wonderful stitch. So I'm doing it on a mystery linen. I would need to look back through my floss tubes and figure out what it is. I'm doing it with Schoolhouse Red. Is there a better red for a sampler? I have no idea. Yeah, I like Lancaster red. I like the dark red. But I do like this as well. Now, basically, I got to the point where there's some text here and it's all over one, and that was why she got put away. Maria got sent to the back of the class and told to think about her behaviour for a little while, and she can come back when she's decided to play nice. Yep, it's a nice bit of fabric, mind. I'm not sure. I think I really will need to go back and find out what fabric I'm doing it on. This is where I think what I'll do is I'll make some cards just to put in me project bags with the fabric, the thread, everything on it that I'm doing it on, and then that can go on the back of the frame if I frame it. If I don't frame it, I would need to figure out how to store the stuff. Yes, I think I might do that. It might take some time to do some fannying on me Cricut on my computer. It's ages since I've done that, and I wanted to make myself some new stickers as well for me journals. So I need a Cricut day. I've got time off work. I think I'm never at work, honestly. got some time off work next weekend, so I might take one of my days next weekend and have a cricket day. So this bag, I don't know. I'm going to give Sarah the credit. Not enough WIP bags. Oh, no, it's not. I thought it was something it's not. So this is a recent start, and I've put this away. All Joys Feline by Blackbird Designs. I saw this and fell in love, literally. So I needed to start it straight away. And then, that's right, because I thought it was a Christmas stitch. Because I think I saw the word joy in thine, and I kind of thought, oh, that's got to be something to do with Christmas. It's not. It's got nothing to do with Christmas at all, in any way, shape or form. So I did a little bit and then I put it away. So this one will come back out later in the spring. Again, once the winter stitching is over. So I'm doing this on 36 count parchment. Who's it by? Can't remember who it's by. That's atrocious, Sherrie. Anyway, and it's been done with all of the called for threads. But this is a definitely after all the Christmas stuff is done. And it's not a big one. You can see I got to here. I've been quite good about doing this border. I just carried on. So other people who, because that was the other thing, people say, like, because I tend to stitch as I go, obviously, but I stitch the border as I go as well. Everyone's like, oh my God, what happens if your border doesn't meet? I'm like, well, I'll fudge it the same as I do all the time. Even if it was like this, I would probably end up fudging it. So, whatever. What is it about borders meeting that gives us so much stress and so much pleasure when it does? I mean, you have a proper, like, you know that meme that's going around at the moment where the guy's like dancing is like, just, do you know what, I've got this. I have got this thing called life. When the border meets. We can do a little happy dance. Actually, I do quite a big happy dance. So that is going away until after the winter. Now, this one I have been thinking about recently. Another one I've been thinking about. This is Bayern Cat by Owl Forest Embroidery. I started this with my friend Shelley. This is another Turtle Bay stitch bag. Another a Sophie bag. I think I'm going to UFO this, but I'm not just UFOing it. I think I'm going to frog it and UFO it, and I will show you why. All I have done is this. And I have got this beautiful piece of fabric. Another sparklies. It's not Capricorn, it's something else. It may be Capricorn still, I don't know. It's got more sort of pinks in it, so it may be a different one. So this is going to be frogged. It has sat there for nearly 2 years, like this. So yes, it's something I would like to get back to at some point. I was going to do it with all the called for. So that will get put back in the drawer of where I keep my Owl Forest threads that I've got like kitted up. So I've got another project bag, another bit of fabric. It's like going shopping. I've got that, and what I will do is just put the pattern printed it out. This is a PDF that I bought, so I've printed it out, so I'll just put it in me patterns. That was a win. Right, what have I got here? Oh, what am I going to do with this? So this is Old Willow Stitchery, Anne Haynes 1831 adaptation. We got this from Aquith, and we got all of the overdyes to do it with, and we got the fabric as well. And the fabric is GEPs. Oh, it's Small Potatoes by Lappin Loops, 36 count. This is another one I have done a very, very, very small start, but I'm not going to stitch this anytime soon. So I am going to frog that. I'm going to put the threads back up there with a little note on to say what it's from. I'm not going to put them back. I'll keep them all together. And I've just worn myself another fat quarter of fabric. Happy days. There. I'm quite chuffed. Yeah. Okay, now this one. So this is the Herbarium series. So I got from the Stitchery last year, I signed up for the Herbarium series, which is an embroidery series from the Stitchery. Did I say that? I can't remember. And I also got the... Oh my God, it's snowing! Oh my God! Holy cow! It's actually like properly white out there. Where the hell did that happen? Oh, hang on a second. I need to go and see the snow. I'll be back when I've had a snowfill. Just a minute. Yeah, exciting stuff. Although it's stopped now. I think it's turning into rain. We had a little bit. We did have a little bit. The boys love, me two cats, love the snow, particularly Jem. He loves it. He'll be out later. He'll be wanting to play out. I'll have to get his little snowshoes on. Yeah, it's nice for the kids though. I know there's maybe nice about the little cherubs that are yeah, I don't want to be anywhere near, but yeah. So I was talking about the Herbarium series. So this is the series. So in this bag I've printed out some of them because they're all PDFs. So that's one of them. Oh no, there's that way around. Lavender, English lavender is that one. So I've got a bag with fabric ready to go. I've got one sitting in here that's a finish that needs to come out and be finished properly. So that's what they are there. So I'll need to finish that so I can switch that one out. And this one I've just started. Echinacea. I've just started putting the top in. And The fabric is 36 count. Now it was 36 count antique white, I think, that I lightly coffee dyed. Wasn't meant to be light, but yeah, Sherrie had the bright idea to rinse it out after I coffee dyed it. Because obviously that's what you do. You dye something and you rinse the dye out and wonder why it hasn't worked very well. Yeah. So that will stay in there. And I've also got the threads. And strangely enough, I have just found this on the floor, Garrison Green. And it's the only thread I'm missing for Winter Rose Manor. I'm obviously using it in something because it's not a full skein. Yeah, but this will stay up here. And I'll come to it whenever I fancy doing a small-ish. So it's a big small. Big small. What a shame. I hope it doesn't rain and get rid of all the snow. I need to bear with me. I need to do a forecast. Light snow until 11 o'clock. We're on 8:30. We'll see. To be fair, I didn't think we were going to get any at all. It said light snow, but that means nothing. So I suppose we've had something. Right, what's in here? Oh, I know. So this is Cross Stitch Guild. And it is, I can't remember what it's even called. Can't remember what it's even called. Meadow Roll. This is it. So it's to go on it's can you see there? There's a thing just there. I can't get my finger to move in the right way. There's a thing just there behind that pillow. Spool. And that's what this is meant to go on. I started it. That's, can you see? Oh yeah, you can see I've done loads. I wanted to do it in hand, but I'm just rubbish at it. So I need to find some sort of a hoop. Actually, the magnetic frames, the little magnetic frame might work for that. And I remember stitching it thinking it was going to be dead easy. Oh, I've got, is it Jen? Yep, Jen. Thinking it was going to be dead easy to do, but there's actually quite a, I know, what do you think? There's quite a lot of confetti stitching. So I gave it up and then I haven't gone back to it. So that's that. I'm just going to fold it out a bit. That will stay in a to be done at some point. At some point. So that'll be, what I need to do is do another kind of a pile. So yeah, that, not that. Okay, so I'm doing a to be done at some point and also a to be done soon-ish pile. You can see this, the cat's, he's watching the snow out the window. I wonder if I can show you. Told you, he loves the snow. Do you want to go out and play? Want to go out and play in the snow? Right, I think I've got two in here. I have. So I have got ink circles, Thistle Crown. Oh, I've got all the threads in here as well, didn't even realise. I think this is just a 32 count. It's a plain cream-ish, so could be Winter Moon, could be, actually I don't think it's a 32, I think it's a 36. It could be Winter Moon. I'm doing this with all of the called for, which are the Gloriana silks. Yeah. I just wasn't enjoying the border. I wasn't loving the border. So that'll go back in a to be done at some point. And where's the other one? Wildflowers. And again. Oh dear me, that's a terrible start. Look at that. I've got all of the called for threads as well. Oh, I think that'll need to be, yeah, that'll need to be decutted. It looks like a 22 count hard hanger to me. Where's my glasses? Oh, did I take them downstairs and I've forgotten them? Chap's still sitting looking out the window, you know. It's like, I need to go out and play. I just need to go out and play. Funny. Yes, so more threads. I've won a bit of fabric. I think that's 22 count, and I do like a 22 count hard hanger. And the pattern will go back. So I got rid of one of those, so that's to be done at some point pile. Right, and this was, I haven't got a picture of the full thing, but this was the historical sampler stitch along from last year, like the year before last. No, Little Owl stitch along. Oh, I've done more on this than I realised. I might do some more of that then. I think this was an autumn stitch along recently, I think. That looks quite good, doesn't it? So I think this has been done on the called for. I need to go and get my glasses. On the called for, because they send all the fabrics, and I've got the lovely little needle minder as well. So I think it'll be 32 count. It's either a platinum or it's one of the ones that they have dyed for them. So many dust things today. So yes. Oh, I might leave that out actually. I'm going to put that in, and I've got all the threads. I'm going to put that in my to-do pile. Oh, I know what's in here. So this is a Liberty fabric from Pauline Sobey Bags. And this is, oh, she's a lovely big lady. She's a beautiful big lady. Anton Buffendell, 1835. Hands across the sea. Wow. Didn't realise how much of her I'd done. I think I put her away when my Christmas stitching came out. This is on 36 count Winter Moon, I'm pretty sure. Oh, isn't she beautiful? those trees, man. Those trees. And each one of these flowers in the border, I think could be done on their own as just like a nice little cushion, a nice little small... where am I? Oh, there's no needle for some reason. Oh, hang on. No, there's the needle minder, but yeah, there's no needle. So yes, there's quite a bit over one, and I think that's what's putting me off doing the next bit as well, because it's all the words with the, which is over one. I need to get back to this though. Not right now though, I've still got my winter stitching in rotation, so she will go back in the to do soon pile, and I'll pick her up soon. And I'm doing it all with the code for DMC. So she'll be in a to do soon pile. What's this one? Oh no, this one is, this is just a kit, and I can't show you any of it. So this is one of the oh gosh. In fact, I'll be able to find the pattern. This was one of the stockings that me and Sarah were doing last year. So basically I've got this still to do. So I've got the fabric, I've got the threads. I'm not going to do it anytime, probably even soon. So the fabric will be going back, the threads will be going back. This will be going back in my patterns. But what I'll do is I'll keep this in the thing, so that I know I've still got one more that I'd like to do at some point. So another project bag, so I'm collecting the bags as well. 2 fabrics and 2 Polly Pocket things. Right, what's in here? Oh, yeah. This was a recently put on the naughty step one. So this is the Cricket Collection Crisps. And I was doing this with Rachel, Talking Dog, and Rosie, X Stitches. And oh, it just, yeah. Yeah, she's not been very well behaved. Let me have a look. So it was the M. When I got to the M, she just started misbehaving. So I can't remember what I did. I started the white, but I didn't like it for the M. And then I had it in my head to do a red. And I've done the red and I hate it. I don't like it at all. And I hate the colour of this stocking. Hate it. So this will be getting frogged. When I have the capacity to forgive her, I'll be coming back and I'll be frogging it, and I'll just do it with the white. This needs to be redone. Somebody suggested outlining it in red, you see. That was why I was thinking red. But I think I'm going to thingy that with white as well. Either that, or I can find some sort of a blue, because it's basically greens and blues. So if I can find another blue that I like, I could do it in a blue. This is being done on Water's Edge, I'm sure it is. Water's Edge by, it is. 36 count Water's Edge by Blackberry Primitives, with all of the code for DMC. And this is another in fact, fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these away because I won't touch this now really until maybe next year. So I'm going to put all the threads away, and all I do for my cricket ones anyway is get the threads of the letter that I'm doing, and then put them away. Otherwise I would have 76 flipping threads on me thread holder, whatever you call it, thread holder bag. It's Pauline, so big bags. I'm starting to laugh at it now, all these, I'm calling them dust, right? Calling them dust. Okay, what's this one? Oh, the Robin Christmas Patchwork Stitch Along. I think I barely started this. This is another historical sampler company. I barely started this. I did quite a bit. Well, I didn't realise I'd done that much. This would be a shame not to finish them. So that will go in my to-do pile because I won't touch it until next year. I haven't got a photo of it, so I can't show you. I don't think anyway. I've just got the patterns. They all come in PDFs. And this will be done with the called for DMC, and the linen, it will be the one provided. So this is the 32 count. I don't always use their linen, but yeah. I barely started this. Right, that can now go in one of these project bags rather than keeping it in that envelope. And that'll go in there to do at some point, maybe next year. Another bag from Cross Stitch Jess. You know what's in here? Oh, this is the one I thought the other one was. Have I got a picture to show you? I have. It's on PDF. So this is Hannah Atwater by Mama Loves You GB by Michelle. Oh, here's the cat. He's have you finished looking at all the snow? So Jem, come on then. Okay, so I started this for Sampler September, not last year, the year before. Okay, right, you just lie there. So I've started it on Vintage Country Mocha. Jem, I'm trying to do my floss tube, son. I know, and I love you, but Vintage Country Mocha with, is this all of the code for? No, the threads aren't there, so I must have removed the threads. Oh, in fact, they are, they're hanging up there. They're on a reel. They're on a thread keep, just ready to go. So I've obviously just taken them out and hung them up to just protect them a little bit. So that is the start that I've made. I'd quite like to get back to that soon-ish. Not soon-ish, but this is I want to do. So I'm going to put that in a Jem. Right, now how are we? How are you, son? I'm talking to the people. I think I was saying something there, but I can't remember. Okay, this one. Modern Folk Embroidery, yet again. This is a totally different one from all the other Quakers and things that I'm doing. Gem's in the box. I've undone the box. Yeah. This is what I've taken all of the things out. Yes. So Modern Folk Embroidery, what's it called? The Rose Bush sampler. I need to get back to this as well. I've done too much on this to let it go. Look at that. Isn't she just a beauty? That rose. I love this. And again, this has been done on 36 count parchment. And I have finished the border on this before I've finished everything else. I need to get back to this. I didn't particularly... None of it is particularly rhythmical, and I think that's why I've kind of lost a little bit of momentum. But she's too gorgeous not to keep out. She's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So, where will I put her? I'm not feeling the need to stitch on her soon. I should. I'm feeling guilt that I should want to stitch on her. I don't know who this bag is off. Probably, maybe a Sarah, I'm not sure. But it's fab. Love it. It's going to go in me to do at some point. Oh, there's threads. Called for DMCs. Right. Oh. My Lily. So Stacy Nash, my Lily, who is nearly done. She is nearly done. I stopped and put it away because this has been done on fibre on a whim, 36 count moons something. Can't remember, can't read it. I'll have to go and get my glasses. This was when, so Sean Periwinkle Stitcher did a fabulous version of this and put little beads on, and so did loads of others. I stopped as soon as I'd done all the stitching from where everybody else was putting beads on, because I felt like it was fabulous what they'd done, but I just didn't want to copy. So I wanted to do something, but I wanted to make a mine rather than copying off what everybody else had done. And theirs was too amazing. Sean's has got a little crown on. Oh, I mean, she's fabulous. So I put her away until I could come back at her with eyes that can't remember what other people have done, if that makes any sense whatsoever. So she's going to be in her because I still haven't got a clue what to do, because they'd painted like our little nails. They'd put little, where our little nails, toenails were, they've put little beads on to show that it's been painted and this, that and the other. So yes, I need to do that. This is from Textile Shed, my textile shed, on Etsy, her project bag. So that's going to go in it to do at some point. This one I started for my birthday with Alison, Lady of the Linen. We both have this book. Now in this book, in the cover of this book, is a sampler pattern. So I started this for my birthday with Alison, and I just literally picked 3 threads, picked a fabric, picked 3 threads, and I went for it. This was the easiest one in the world. So I'm doing it on 36 count granite by Zweigart, and I am doing it with just 3 DMCs. Remember, I can't say because I've got my glasses on. I'm going to have to get my glasses on. Found them. I dumped them along my way in my excitement about the snow. So I'm doing it with 07, 05 and 3866. That was started and promptly put down because I didn't have time to do it. But I will do it. Very tempted to switch it for over dyes. Okay, this is going in my to-do at some point. And last one of these ones, oh, now this. I need to sort out what I'm doing with this. So this is a Tisket the Tasket. I started this about 2 years ago maybe. No, even longer. And this is the start I have. It's on 40 count. Mayflower, Fox and Rabbit. So it's a good fat quarter. Now this is sat for 3 years. And I think it was the first 40 count I'd started, or that I was attempting to stitch on, and I felt overwhelmed, totally overwhelmed, because the pattern is complicated. The count was not too high for us because I was fine once I got going, but it was trying to do this on a 40 count for the first time was daft. I needed to start with something much simpler so that I either focused on the challenge of the stitch or the challenge of the fabric, and I put too much together for this. So what do? Do I keep it kitted up? Is it actually even kitted? I don't think it is. No, so I've taken the threads out. Taken the threads out, but do I reuse the fabric for something or not? No, I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it because I do want to do it. And I would like to do it as part of a challenge, I think, so that I can look back and go, yeah, I started it at the beginning of my 40 count journey, but I finished it much later on. It's a significant piece for me, if you know what I mean, because of that overwhelming, and I think that's what I want to do. I think I want to finish it to prove that it could be done. So I am leaving it. It's going to go back in my... No, I'm going to leave it in my to-do pile. Okay, new bin. Let's see what's going on in the second bin. So the first one is an oldie. So this is Feline Good by Bothy Threads. Oh, it's trying to snow again. It's trying. And where am I? I don't even know which way is up. I've got no idea. I've done that, but I don't know which way it's meant to go. I think it's that way, but I'm not sure. And I got overwhelmed with this as well because there was so much confetti stitching in it that I just kind of gave up. And it's a shame because I got it for my two boys because it's their colouring. So yeah, I think I started it about 4 years ago and got overwhelmed. I would like to get that finished as well at some point. I'm not UFOing it, definitely not. I would like to get it done. Which pile will I put it in? I'm going to put it in the to-do at some point. Oh, now this is a recent one. This is Companion Quaker Christmas Tree Sampler Part 2. I thought I'd nearly finished this. Have I finished this and I just haven't? Oh, that's right. So I felt it was top heavy and it needed something down here. So I put it out to you guys. I think I'm going to go with, I think it was Lauren Flossabilities said something about Quakers. So what I've been doing is looking for some flat Quakers to go along here. I've also found a little reindeer on one of Jacob's Modern Folk embroideries that I could put either side. A lot of people said put these, which I could put these along the bottom. So this is to be finished, but not how the pattern, because the pattern has got an alphabet along the bottom. And I think it needs something at the bottom, but I don't think the alphabet, for me, just doesn't work for me. I just think there's other things that can be better. So once I get properly organised, so I won't look at this again though until next year, and it will be hopefully an easy finish. I do quite like doing that, doing like the bulk of a stitch but then leaving it to the following season, because it feels like you've got like a quick win to a decent finish, if that makes sense. This one, she will be coming out at some point post-March. This is, oh gosh, lots of snow. Gia, the Earth Goddess. This is my summer fancy lady stitch. We haven't seen her for a little while. She's been hiding. She's been hiding while the snow's here. I've still got this cat, look at, you seen this? Yes, it's snowing again. So, where are we with her? That's it. Let's have a look. Come on, Gaia. Pull yourself together. She looks good, doesn't she? I'd forgotten. I didn't realise I'd done all of this. I thought I still had all of that to do. She really looks good. Hopefully she'll be a finish this summer. So she won't be coming out yet. She'll go in my to-do pile, just to make sure I don't lose track of her. But she will be coming back out this year. And hopefully, we'll get a finish on her as well. Can't believe that. I'm at that. Oh, did I do that? stage. And this has been done on 32 count daffodil. And I got this in my, it was Fabric of a Month with Lakeside Needlecrafts that I was doing a couple of years ago. Gosh, there's a really dark cloud coming. Hopefully that's lots of snow. What? So, yeah. What was I saying? 2/2. I forgot to tell you as well, the companion Quaker one, that was 36 count Haunted by Picture This Plus. And that was 1/2. There's me thinking, oh, it'll just take an hour or so to do me WIP. Well, I didn't think that. I thought 2 hours. We're on 9:20 now. Right, what have I got here? Rosewood Manor. I remember starting this, you know. So this is Rosewood Manor, Rosewood Hearts. A nice little one, mate. This is on, it's a 20 count Ada. I remember starting this. I was lying in bed and I think I was really sore. And I remember starting this because I just needed a rhythmic stitch. So I just started the border. And to be honest, I probably just promptly forgot about that. Because that would be a nice easy stitch for after work. When I first saw this, when I've just pulled it out there, I thought, oh, that'll go in it to do some pile. But actually, now that I'm looking at her, I think that'll be quite nice for after work. Let me have a look at the pattern. I mean, the pattern's on one page. Yes, I like that. Yeah, she's going to go in my rotation. I think it's a Megan Coffee Craft. It's a nice piece actually of fabric. I did well. I chose a nice piece of fabric. I chose a nice pattern that I actually like. Yeah. And I have got 2 colours and I think I've just picked them. So I've got Rum Raisin, Weeks Dye Works and Misty Mauve by Classic Colourworks. So they're the 2 that I've chosen. Yeah, because it's chartered for DMC. So I've obviously just been feeling very brave and very decision orientated that day. Picked two fabrics and 2 threads of fabric and I've gone for it. She is going to go in my rotation. I like her. And this is also another cross stitch Jess bag. So I'm just going to fling her. I've put all me to do nows. I've actually took them back downstairs. So yeah. Oh no, this is about 10-year-old. This is my oldest WIP. And I don't even need to show you the photo because ridiculously this is pretty much done. So this is done up to, you can see obviously why, Sherrie paper highlighters. Be warned. So yeah, I've done it all. I got this off my mum for Christmas, I think, or my birthday. Oh, like I say, 10 years ago. It was a while ago. And I've just obviously, once I put the highlighter on, that was it. I was just done. And every WIP parade, I've brought her out and shown you and put her away and done no more. I need to get this done. I do need to get this done. And because I remember bringing it out and you're having some really good ideas about what to hide it with. My mum thought a balloon. I could do a balloon. I'm still not sure what to do. If you've got any ideas, please let me know. I don't know. I don't know what to do. But this is it. I think it's a Bothy Threads. Is it? Have a look at the pattern and might tell us. It's called Lazy Cats. Pretty sure it's a Bothy. Yeah. Bothy Threads Lazy Cats. So that's actually, and that can go in a proper bag since these are what used to be my project bags. Yeah. Right, that is going to go in a to do at some point. Right, what's in here? Another Jess bag. I didn't realise how many bags I had. This is Autumn Harvest Collection. Splat Witch. If anyone can remember my splattered frog. I remember doing this when I was going for MRIs and things. That's about as much as I got up to in the waiting room. So I haven't done very much on that. Obviously, it's a MilHill, so it's got all the called for. This is what I generally do with MilHills. I just cut a piece of card. I've got a single hole punch. Just do that and put them in. That's all I do. Got pens in here. I've got oh, there's my scissors I got off Sarah. I'll keep them out as well. I've just scored a pair of scissors. Sure, I got these off Sarah, who I was doing the 56 count with. A lovely pair of scissors. In fact, no, I think that they were more sort of heavy duty, the ones she got me. So that is that. Oh, now this one I'll be able to show you. Well, there's two in here. So I have got Enchanted Pumpkin. Again, MilHill. This is a Waiting for Me Car MOT stitch. And I've also got Sleigh Ride. And that's as far as I am with that. But what I do have is another little magnetic frame that I haven't used yet. That I got from Rachel. Let's have a look. See if I can fit it in. Live on air. Right, I'll need to. There we are. And then I can do that. Right, they can all go back in there. I didn't realise my pumpkin one was in there. I think Rachel was trying to encourage me to do my pumpkin one. And I didn't know where it was. And now I do. Okay, where's that going to go? They're both going to go in it to do sometime because they're both waiting room stitches. Oh, now this is a one you've seen recently. Christmas Tide sampler. I got this off my friend Alison. Finished the small one, but I haven't done the big one as yet. So I need to get back on that. I've lost a bit of momentum with this. So it'll be a to do sometime, I think. I've got all the fabric, the threads even. It's been done on 32 count chalkboard. I assume it's a Zygarde. It's got the orange stripe. It's lovely actually fabric to stitch on. Really enjoying the fabric. Oh, it's really coming down now. Now, Jem, we don't need your help, son. You go and watch the snow. Should say you're watching it. It's going to go in there to do sometime. Oh, and I need to sort these out. I need to decide what I'm doing with these. Jem, I love you, but come on. So I got these off Etsy 3-4 years ago. And in here, I've got finished ones. 2, 3. And then I'm in the middle of another one. And I did get these out this year. I put them in my rotation and I never picked them up. I need to sort my life out. I need to finish him and get these all fully finished by next Christmas. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? Am I going to put it in a like to get them done. I'm going to put it in a to do soon pile. Now this one I haven't touched for a long time as well, like 2 years, no, a year and a bit. This is Halloween Quaker, and I started this for Chris the Camping Stitcher. I started this for her birthday, year past. Have I got very far? Have I knickers? As far as I've got. Look at this fabric though. Oh, our man's out, but he's wrapped up. Hey, the snow is really pelting down. It's quite big flakes as well. It's not often we get snow. So, fabulous bit of fabric, and it's called Murky by Picture This Cloth. That took a while, didn't it? I was trying to read it upside down. It's a fabulous bit of fabric though. That is going to go, it's going to go back on a to do at some point. But that's given me an awareness that it's there now. I've got all the threads. I should hang these up. Yes, I'm going to hang these up. But I'll keep them out the way. Do you know, I never see a cat for months, and then suddenly he had a star and roll in the last one. He's trying to monopolise this one. His tail's actually wagging. So that's in a to do at some point pile. Can't remember who did that fabric bag. Oh, I've got another MilHill. Oh, I didn't like this. I think I need to bin this. Haunted Cottage. That's as far as I got. I think, to be honest, I found it really difficult. Not stitching on the paper itself, but holding the paper and stuff. Now that I've got me magnet holder, it might help. Yeah, I'm going to leave that in and it is going to be a to-do at some point. Look at this though, I need to sort out all the threads. Bloody MilHills, they're an absolute nightmare for threads. I'm going to have to go outside in the snow soon. I'm going to have to leave you for maybe a minute. In fact, I'm just going to, yeah, hang on. Yeah, it stopped snowing again, but yeah, the cats love it. They've been chasing each other around the garden. I've been having snow cats like my cats. Right, this one, Lady Halloween, Jardin Privé. And I am doing that version, the rust version. And she's been started for a couple of years as well. That's as far as I got. I need to make an effort on her this year. She will become a priority. Because I think she's fab. I do. So this is done on 36 count parchment with all of the called for DMC. That's that one. I've just as a heads up, I've just taken some tramadol, so things could get interesting. Yeah, right. She's going to go in a to be done at some point, purely because it'll be later on in the year. I'll look at her. I'll look at Halloween. Oh, now this is my wonderful friend Lauren. Easter bunnies, so Flossabilities, and I have got all of the colours, 370 colours. No, there's not, but there is a few, and I've started her on some Ada. Is that a 20 count? I think it's an 18. I think it might be an 18 count. But she won't be in my rotation yet, but she will be to do soon, because we're coming up to Easter again. I think I started her at the back end of last Easter, so she will be in my to do soon pile. What's this one? Oh, now this one. Excuse me. When I first started, I haven't got it. Yes, no, I haven't. Yes, I have. It was like a bloody pantomime there, wasn't it? Oh, yes, I have. Oh, no, you didn't. Forget Me Not by Jacob. I started it originally on Wickes Dyeworks Mocha fabric with Roxy Floss brunette to match the thing. It isn't the called for, but I just picked what I wanted to match the thing. I gave up. I didn't like it, and I changed it for the anthracite and the greys and the white. But what I thought I would do is continue with this bit and make a pillow out of it. So I need to do something with it to finish it off. I've got it in my head what I want. I just need a couple more Quakers. So I need to have another look at this and see if I can turn this into... Yeah, so I'll probably just do the top half and do the line that's left. And I want something maybe a little Quaker up here and at the corners, and then I'll do it. And I've even got the fencing fabric that I've identified. This was, so that's the fabric that I was going to use. These were curtains. I can't remember if I got them off my mum from the caravan curtains or from a charity shop. Top tip, charity shops are great for fabric. I just walk in. I don't look at the size clothes or anything. I just look at the fabric. Can I use it? Yes, right. And especially if they've got lace. I find charity shops are really good for finding lacy tops and things that I can cut up and use, because lace is obviously quite expensive to buy. So that is the plan for that. That is definitely to do at some point. Yeah. Right, let's put this back before I lose it. Right. More Halloween. Now, speaking of Lauren and floss abilities, this is A Weary Ride by Blackbird. And I started this with Lauren and Sally, Flossy Sews and Grows, and Rachel, Talking Dog Stitcher. And it never got me. It just never got me. It will at some point, I know it will. But it just never, because this was year past that we started this. This wasn't last year. I don't know what's is it tin roof? I think the fabric might be tin roof. And it is being done with the cold for, which I have de-kitted for the moment. So this is definitely to be done at some point. I've got a feeling that when I pick it up, it'll be a can't stop stitching on it when I eventually get there. It's just getting to the point. So that is that one. That is to be done at some point. Plus it's Halloween, so I mean I'm not going to, well, I could start and do Halloween now if I wanted. There's nothing stopping. My game, my rules. And what is this one? So this is it. Oh, the last bag. In fact, the last two, I think, Sarah, not enough WIP bags. Hang on, I've lost my gaps. Oh. I really didn't think this would take that long. Sherrie, man. You can do a half-hour flu tube. I'm back on my flu tubes. Oh, it's that tramadol. Yeah, I can make a half an hour floss tube last 2 hours. So who am I thinking? I can do a WIP parade in an hour or two. So this is Witchy Stitcher. Sorry, I'm just looking to see if I've got a better photo. No, I don't. So this is Witchy Stitcher, Ouija and Planchette. I'm getting very far on this either. This is on Vintage Country Mocha. I assume the called for. Not sure. I assume it's the called for, which is probably just black and white, I think. And this is on 40 count. Again, I might have started this because this has been started for a few years. I think it's been early in me 40 count journey, because I can remember it being hard to do. I remember it like not struggling, but it was new. Yeah, it was a challenge. So I think that's why I put it down. But I would like to do that this year. You know, I think my last WIP parade, I think I've been totally brutal then. Or recently, I've gone through. Because there's not a huge amount that I want to get rid of now. this bag is done by, I'll get it wrong, it's either Tracy or Lindsay. Is it Dixon? It's from the Northeast Stitchers group. I always get the two mixed up and give the other one the credit for either running it or doing the bags. It's one of the sisters. And this is The Magic of Christmas by Bothy Threads. And again, I started this before I discovered you people. So it's been started for a while. Very small start. So it's just on the edge of that came with it, which will be 16 count? No, 14 count it says. And all of the called for. Will I do that? Oh, anytime soon. Am I binning it? No. No. Because I still like it. And there might come a day where I'm really grateful that I've got some 14 count stitching. And I can always change it if I want to. I haven't done enough. I haven't done too much that I couldn't change it. Right, what's this? I think this is one of... now let me work it out. Is it Tracy? I think it's Tracy that does the bags. No. No. Okay. Oh, this is another lovely lady. Chris, the Camping Stitcher, and this is Winter at the Barn. And again, this is a couple of year old. This is as far as I got on it, and I think it's just a 32 count platinum-ish fabric. I like the little needle minder. It's a little birdhouse. I should have had that on me Jardin Privé, shouldn't I? Am I going to finish that? I don't think I will. No, I will. I will finish that at some point. At some point. Oh, now we've got a decision to make. We've got a decision to make on this one. So this is another mirror. Well, it's Nora Corbett, sorry. Which one is she? I can't remember which one she is. Xenia from the Bewitching Pixies series. Now I started this for my friend Shelley's birthday. Not last year, but the year before, I think it was. And I'm getting very far. Look at that bit of fabric, man. And that's Sparkly's. I think it's bubblegum. I could be wrong, but I think it is. I'm thinking, because she popped up in my head the other day, and I'm thinking that once Snow Queen is out the way, I might pick up this one. Instead of picking up a new fancy lady, I might pick up her. Technically, is she a fancy lady or not? I don't know. She might be fancy. I mean, she dresses fancy, I suppose. She could be a fancy lady. So, yes. Yeah, I'm going to leave that. Because one, I've obviously cut the fabric to size, and it's too good of a bit of fabric to waste. Like not to have something stitched on it is what I mean. And I think once my Snow Queen is done, I think she'll be a nice replacement, and a nice quick replacement if you like, because they're not as in depth, the ones just done under our name. I think this is a Turtle Bay bag. I think this witchy bag is a Turtle Bay bag. Last one from this bin. I'm going to bin this. It's 'Tis Halloween by yes, it's fine. I thought I was showing you the pattern, but it's not. By Liz Matthews. Hello from Liz Matthews. And I picked it up when I needed a meditative stitch, and this is done on 20 count. This has been like this for 2 or 3 years. It would be nice to finish though as a little sign, wouldn't it? Oh, I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep it, and it's going to be a to-do at some point. Right, that's that bin. Let me get sorted with the next one. Okay, this is the last bin, bucket, whatever you want to call it, cube. And this is where I think I'm going to have most of my wins, because a lot of this is just kitted, where hopefully I've taken most of the threads out, but I'll be removing the fabric as well. So it'll give me an idea of what I've got going on and what I can do when I come back and look at things with fresh eyes, if you like. So let's start at the very beginning. I have got the greatest of these, Faith, and I've got all the series. I've got Faith, Love, Hope, is it? Something like that. I haven't started it. I've put it with a bit of, I don't know what that is. Doesn't look like platinum. Maybe it is. It's plain piece of linen. And some DMC threads. That is getting unkitted. So that's going to go in my thread pile. That's going to go in my fabric pile. The photocopy of that will stay with that. I will grab a live on air. Live on air. Just going to put a couple of paper clips in to keep the pattern together with the thing. So that'll go there. Fabric there. Pattern goes there. Project bag goes down there. Happy days. So that's our first win. What's this? Oh, so this is just, I can't show you that because it's just patterns for one of my Christmas stitches that I thought I would hang on to in case I ever wanted to stitch it again. And probably not. I'll take that all out. Yes, I'll take that all out. What is here? What is in here? What have I got here? Oh, now. Jack Frost's Tree Farm. I was in the auto ship from Patchwork Rabbit last year, so I got those. I'll quickly whiz through them. I think I'm missing some though, so I need to get on them and see what happened to the rest of them because they seem to just stop coming. So I don't know what happened. I've took the threads out, but I have got a bit of fabric in here. Another nice fat quarter of, it's called Valor. Oh, it's 28 count. I wonder when I bought that. It is Picture This Plus though, so it's a lot tighter weave than a 28 count. So yep. Oh, it looks like I've used some of this for something. No idea. It's a nice bit of fabric though. So guess where that's going? In my fabric pile. patterns will go into my Christmas section of my patterns. Right, well, I've forgotten all of these. I've got into the project bag. Oh, so Halloween Biscornu. I've chopped up all the bits of fabric. Don't know what they are, which is a shame because they're really lovely. Proper, like, I don't know if it is murky. No, in fact, I think it's a Megan Coffee craft. I really like those bits of fabric. And I've obviously cut them and overlocked them to do. So what I'm going to do with this, what I'll do is I'll keep it purely because I've got all the pieces done. So I'll keep that, but I'm going to put the threads back. So that I've got them back in the stash. Because I won't be doing it yet, so that's it to do at some point. What's next? Oh, now this is a one I got off my wonderful friend Val, and this is when I'm going to open it. I will show you because I've got a thing in the way. This is Katharine's Garden by Hands Across the Sea, and she sent me this fully kitted with the silks as well. Look at that, and the fabric. I'd like to start that this year. I need to get, when I get, which other samplers have I got going on? She says, haven't said, I'm just going to remind myself of everything I've got, and now of course I've probably forgotten. That will stay kitted up because there's no need of putting the silks back or the fabric. I'm going to have a think about what samplers I've got, and when I get a sampler finished I'm going to start that. Right, what have I got here? What have I got here? Oh, 'tis Halloween. Stockings. I had a fancy to do that this year because I was doing the Blackbird stockings. I had a fancy to do the Halloween stockings. I think I haven't because I think I forgot. That's the whole point of this, isn't it? And I have thingied out a piece of, and this will be primitive hair. Can't remember which one. But it will be a 30 count primitive hair, I would imagine. I'm going to put that back. I'll need to count it to figure out what count it is, but that is going to go back in me fabric drawers. Right, what's in here? I love this floret sampler, and I did get this off Val as well, and that's the called for silk. I desperately want to do this. What have I got thingied? So this is, I've just got 40 count antique white to do this on. I'm leaving this kitted. I want to do this. This was one of my favourites. In fact, I think this was one of the only Nashvilles that I ordered as well. I think, I know I fell in love with it. So I will be keeping that kitted up to do. one day, you know, one day, maybe next week, I'll tell you about the crack with me back, and why I keep whinging all the time. But it's a story and a half, so yeah. The Be True Trio, October House Fibre Arts even. So what have I got going on in here? I've also got another pattern. Oh, Blue Iris, so instead. So the thing was, right, I wanted to make some scissor fobs. So I've stitched this. It came out about this big. So I've actually, have I got it? Yeah, it's hanging up there. I'll show you. So that's it. I think that's too big for a scissor fob. So I put a little hook on it, and it was sitting on my wardrobe door, actually, my bedroom, which looked really nice. But then I thought, oh, I'll put it on my tree. So I'll maybe do that. I've got one set of scissors with a it's called a watt bow from the Cross Stitch Girl that I've put on it, and it's the only pair of scissors that I don't lose during the day. I can go through 5 or 6 pairs of scissors during the day because I just lose them. And then I managed to find them all at the end of the day. It'd gone down the side of the settee, or I've been sitting on them, or whatever. So I needed to do some more scissor fobs. I've got all the threads here. Now most of these, so all these DMC threads are from a second chunk of DMCs that I bought at a D-stash thing on one of the retreats. So there's only these 3 and the 2 DMC that I could rescue from this. So I'm going to put that back in my patterns because I'm not going to do the other ones just yet. I'll keep that out. God knows where I've got this from. It's some sort of, looks like a 32 count white to me. And I've got some hardanger, which I assume I was going to do for that. So I'm going to leave that there and that there. I'm going to have a look through the threads, and whichever threads aren't for this pattern I'm going to get rid of, but I won't do it now obviously. So I'm going to leave that there. Have I got that printed out? Yes. Yes, I have got it printed out. Okay. Well, that's a halfer, so I need to sort that. This is an odd one. I haven't got a pile for odd ones. Chuck it out the way. It's still snowing, you know. The boys are outside. Both of them went out before and were playing. You want to see them man running around. They're mental. I have never known cats like that. Right, I'm going to put that to one side. Right, what have we got next? This looks like a Plum Street. Oh, I wanted to do this. Too many patterns, too little time. Hello Winter by Plum Street. So in here I have got threads on a ring. I've got another random thread, caper, and then I've got 2 DMC. I don't know if they're all for, oh, and I've got some of that stone. Although I'm not convinced those colours go. I think I'll have to switch that out so that fabric can go. I'm not going to do this for a while. Right, I'm not going to do this for a while, so I'm going to put the threads away. And I'm going to put the pattern away. And project bag. Right, they can go. I'll sort that later. Hey, we're doing well. I'm dead pleased that you've been really decisive, because I need that. Oh, now this. I stitched this earlier in the year, and I was going to do it again. So I have left a bag with it kitted up in. So that will stay, because I do want to do that again. I haven't got any fabric in there, funnily enough. The one bag I haven't got it in is the one that I want to do. This can be de-kitted as well. So cross stitch makes everything okay. I got this off Alison after I'd been whinging on about the 1/1 letters on Maria Bowthorpe. So she sent me that with a message saying, "Are these big enough for you?" Which made me laugh, but I'm going to put that away. Oh, I must have been having actually, you know what, that's very like that. I wonder if I do a little bit of coffee dyeing on this, whether it'll work. I can't believe it's still snowing. I really didn't think we'd get any. We never do. They always forecast light snow and we get a little bit of sleet and have to make the most of it. But yeah, we're actually getting some. My grass is nearly covered. This has been exciting. Oh, this is getting de-kitted as well. So yeah, I'm like, oh, do you know how many years I've had these? So it's the Spirit's Tower by Primitive Hair, and I did the class with Isabella at the Big Stitch. So that was what, a year and a half ago, nearly 2 years ago. It's got all the threads in from Letitia. She kitted them all up. Didn't realise there was just so few threads. So that is Letitia, oh God, there, Corrie's little shop. And she does all Celtic silks and stuff. She tends to specialise in threads, really. And she has got embroidery kits, and I've got a few of them actually. So I am going to de-stash that. The pattern will go back. Put that there because it tells you how to finish. And we got the fabric. It's a lovely bit of fabric. And the finishing fabric as well. So, got myself some nice fabric. Tell you what, this thread pile's really building up. Okay, put that there. That can go in me paper bin. This can be de-kitted as well. So it is, what's she called? Princess Eliana. I love this. Now I would never have probably picked it up, but I saw this completed at one of the retreats that I was at. It is incredible. Absolutely incredible. I don't know the lady's name to give her the credit who did it, but oh. So all I've got is, I've got the fabric in there. So, but this fabric can go back in my drawer. And this is the 32 count even weave. I'm not a fan of even weave generally, but I have found me Gaia. I've really enjoyed stitching the even weave on that, and the threads lie quite nicely and pull through the holes. So that is another bit of fabric for me. What's in here? Oh, I told you so. Oh, I've got me Justsewsherrie, Anne with an E. Yes, that's going to be me next Justsewsherrie as well. So watch this space. What have I got in here? Oh, me winter pillow. Possibilities. I was going to do that. Why has it been stuck in there? Hey, Lawrence, good job on doing this, because I'm doing that. Well, I wanted to. I'm doing it with the Roxy Floss Winter Solstice. That can go in my now pile. I was trying to figure out which pile was my now pile. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got 7 piles. Sounds a bit dodgy, isn't it? It's not very painful though. Oh, this is a nice bit of fabric. This is a lovely bit of fabric. Don't know what it's for, but oh. Cross Stitch Guild, a gathering of samplers. Now I think I took this to Ackworth with me. That was going to be possibly me Ackworth start. I obviously haven't. It's done with Sable, which is a Gloriana silk. Because Cross Stitch Guilds all come kitted up. So yeah, God, it's 10:30. I was meant to be sitting stitching an hour ago. So I've obviously kitted it all up, ready to go. I even had a needle minder and a needle on. Miracles. And I've got one of these lovely bits of Harbour Grey, Tonya, Blackberry Primitives. I love her fabric. I wish there was a supplier in the UK that did. If anybody does know of a supplier that does Blackberry Primitives, let me know. I think she sells through Spring Green Country Sampler, but I wouldn't like to swear on it. Right, what am I going to do with this? I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it kitted with the pattern. I'm going to leave it in a bag with the pattern and the thread. But I'm not gonna I've forgotten which pile's which. I haven't got a clue anymore. We've still got a good few to go. Oh God. Oh, you want to see the snow here. I'm so grateful I got to make this, because I'm just sitting with the snow, and I love snow. I used to borrow children. I used to go next door and borrow one of the children to make snowmen with when it snowed. Like once Courtney was up. Courtney hated the snow. Absolutely hated it. And I used to bundle her all up in a big light one suit with her gloves and her hat and everything else. And we'd go out sledging or making snowmen. She hated it. If I can find the photo of her as a little girl in the snow, I'll put it in here. In fact, no, I won't, because I don't know where it is. But yeah. What did I decide I was doing with that? Oh, hang on. Yeah, all my piles are getting a little bit confused, and I found the right pile though. I think that was in a to do with some point pile, wasn't it? I think I decided. Right, what have we got next? So this bag was done by Sophie, the Stitchy Ferret, but I don't think she's doing anything anymore. What have I got in here? I've got, oh, a lovely bit of fabric. Which, la-di-da. Oh, we've got two. And another nice bit of fabric. So in here I've got All Hallows Needles Queen by Primitive Hair. And I've got two nice bits of fabric. So that is a Primitive Hair piece of fabric. Again, can't remember what one. It might be, is it Old Massachusetts something? Don't know. But it'll be a 30 count. And this gorgeous piece of fabric, Sparkly's Burnt Umber 36 count. Hang on, just talk amongst yourselves. Tell you what, if you're actually still here, that'll be a bloody miracle. For those, if you're still here, right, I want you to, in fact, no, I was going to say put a word in the thing, but people might think it's for a giveaway and it's not, so. Burnt Umber, look at that, Sparklies. That is a fabulous bit of fabric. I feel like I've been shopping and I've got like loads of stuff. I definitely recommend this if you've got anything sort of kitted up. Go and have a hunt through it. So they can be de-doodahed. And I've photocopied that. So that can just sit in the middle of there. So I've got two new patterns as well. Because these days when I want to do something, I go to my patterns and I pull them out and I'll look through. I forget that I've got a thing that's kitted up. Right, where's that here? It's like another Primitive Hair. Oh, sampler maker, Queen of the Needle. I was going to do this. This was in my downstairs pile to do. So I've got the threads, and I think, if I'm right, I didn't have some of the threads, so I just substituted. I just picked colours. I looked at the picture because I'm sure I substituted the blue and went, oh, that blue will do, because I didn't have whichever one it was. I may well have it now because I've got a huge pile of threads, and I have got a piece of, that looks like platinum again to me. I don't know. I don't know what count. I think it might be 36 count. Might be 36 or 40. I'm not sure. I would need to count it. I'm going to leave that in though, because I would like to start that. I need some needle books basically. I need some scissor fobs and some needle books. So that is to do. That's in my to do now pile. Oh, now. This is another mirror. Or is it a Bella? It's a Bella. Hang on. It's a Bella. The Mad Tea Party. And I have got this bit of fabric. I don't know if you can see the colour on there. It's a very pale green, basically, like a sage kind of colour. I'm pretty sure this was one of the oil forest, the owl forest things. and I didn't like it for whatever it came with. I can't remember. But I thought that green yes, no. Am I going to leave it? Yes, I am, because I've got the things printed out, but it's in a nice, this is another Pauline Soapy bags, so it's in a nice project bag. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch projects so I can use this on something that I'm stitching on now, and I can put that in a plain project bag, so I can use the nicer bags. This is ridiculous. This is just bloody ridiculous. I'm going to show you some of the ones that I bought that have just come fully kitted. So this is a Heritage Crafts. Cats are like biscuits, one is never enough. So that's fully kitted. These are my cross stitch guilds, so Indian twists, and again fully kitted even with the scissors. I wonder how big that ends up being, because that's a scissors, a scissor fob. I wonder if I changed the fabric to like a 40 count or something, because I think it'll end up being too big like the other one. But you have a look at that. I'm going to leave that out and have a look at that. Look at that as well. Heavenly Hardanger. Need to give that a go. Fully kitted. Shepherd's Bush. Got this from Nimble Thimble, but that's fully kitted as well. Jane Greenough. And this is a book. I need to have a look at how this is made. For me and Sarah's book that we're doing. All fully kitted. Drawn thread. An open heart. Fully kitted. Another drawn thread. Moonlight Garden. This is lovely, isn't it? Again, all fully kitted. I would be tempted, because these all come with like 32 count, and I think I'd be tempted to switch them at least to a 36. Have a heart. I love this. I don't think any of this is cross stitch. I've never looked, but I think they're specialty threads. Right, what have I got in here? Oh, now I've had this forever. This is a Sophie bag, a Turtle Bay bags. I think she's got a place on Facebook. So this is Tartan Thistles needle case, another needle thing that I needed to start. I started it and I hated it, so I've re-kitted it with, that's right, I started it on the, I think it was Ada that they had included, and I just hated it, so I've put some more fabric in, just some plain white fabric to redo that, but that'll be a to-do whenever. I don't know where me to do whenevers. Oh God almighty, right over got here. Stacy Nash, Merry Christmas. I got this out actually this Christmas, but I never got to it. And that has got a piece of, oh yeah, vintage country mocha in. That can go back in my drawer. and I had thingied it with campfire. So that's a bit of fabric. I can go back in my drawer. What I might do is size up how big that is, cut it out and re-stick it in the project. In fact, you know what, I'm going to do that. I'm going to leave it. I'll leave it with the thing sticking out, and then I know that's something to be done with. There isn't space for another pile. Oh, and this was another one I kitted up recently as well. The Wee Santa 2004. I'm going to need to go out and see the snow before it melts. We're nearly at 11 o'clock. This is just not. This is not how I planned my day to go. So I gathered the threads, got a bit of fabric, don't know what it is. One of my offcuts. That can all get de-kitted. We'll see next year where I stand with what I want to do. I will put that in there. This will go back in the odd bits down here. More threads can go back. Oh, now this is meant to be for stitches through the years, spring. So I've done summer, autumn and winter. I just need to do spring. But actually this would be lovely for cricket collection. So that is getting removed. It doesn't even have that. I can't show you the pattern because I haven't got it. So there's another little project bag. Now I would like to get to this as well. This is a Jacob and it was the Big Stitch exclusive. So I have picked, I've done the opposite way because that's what Sherrie does. This is 36 count Miss Scarlet by Sparklies, and I was going to do it with a pearl cotton gaps. 12, yeah, so a smaller one. I think that'd be really nice. The only thing is it takes up room in me. Like, it means that my project bags don't lie flat because of this, so I'm like, so anyway, another Turtle Bay bag. Love this one. Do you know, I've used this word before and I'll use it again. The stuff that I've got is just, it's obscene. It really is. I've got the Cotton and Twine April, and that is kitted with all of the threads. That is a to-do at some point. Now, what do I do with this? This is Eau Tannenbaum, and I kitted this up recently to do this Christmas, but again it was one that I never got to. I kitted up quite a few, and then it was a case of just picking up as I went what I fancied, and this was one of them. So I've got, it's 40 count Steinbeck there for him. This was the offcut of the Ashley Downs, the Tabby Cat. If you can see it. So I needed to measure them and see if one of them would fit, because I think one of these other ones might have fit. Got the threads. What I'm going to do is put the threads back. I'm going to keep that kitted though with the fabric, because they're perfect and they're just offcuts anyway. It's not like it's a fat quarter that I'm taking up from somewhere else to do at some point. What else have I got? This looks like a cotton and twine one as well. Oh, now this is one of the recent ones. This is December. Crochet a Go-Go design. And some linen. Yep. So that is it to do at some point. Give me 1 minute, I need a drink. Got myself a cup of tea to try and get through the end. I am floundering, I really am. And there's not much left, you know. There's literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left. 6, if I haven't done this one in front of me. Have I? No, I haven't. So 6. I tell you what, whatever you're doing, just have yourself a rest and a cuppa. Just pause it here, go make yourself a cuppa, and we'll have a cuppa together, eh? Because, yeah. I watched a floss tube by that Justsewsherrie. Yeah, we stopped and had a cuppa in the middle. It was really lovely, actually. So did you have a good New Year? Have I seen you since New Year? You know I haven't. Happy New Year. I think it's because I don't even acknowledge it these days. I just do the same routine. I go to bed at 8 o'clock and I get up at 5 and yeah, and I send a couple of text messages and yeah, that's my New Year these days. I used to spend my New Year partying and raving. Oh! And now obviously I don't, and you know why. Flippin' heck. That was what you call a bit of a twinge. Sherrie. Oh, God. Yeah. I used to have a good workout dancing. Yeah, I used to dance all night long. I loved it. Loved it. Did you like dancing? In the US or Australia, what's it like? Did you have pub crawls and things like we had here? I mean, Christ, we could do 10 pubs in a night. Start off at 7 o'clock. A drink in each. And see where you end up. Usually on your back somewhere. I mean falling over, by the way, just in case you thought I meant something else. I mean, that I'm not saying that hasn't been known to happen, but you know, we're keeping it. What's the word? Safe. Safe? Safe in case any children's are kicking about. Let's crack on with the end. Right, I've got one in front of me. What have I got here? This is an online one. Country Rustic Premises. Yes, I've lost the plot. Country Rustic Primitives by Jenny Hoffman. I think she's a new designer that I've come across. It was on Etsy, and I just thought it was a canny little pattern. Now this is, I think this is tin roof. Is there a thingy on it? No. Rach, is this tin roof? I think this is tin roof. Don't know what count it is. I think it's a 36 or a 40. I would go for a 40. And guess what I've just found? 40 count tin roof. Oh, do you know, sometimes I amaze myself at how amazing I am. So yes, I've got that, and I chose black coffee to do it with. Obviously I am not doing it now. I'm going to take the fabric out, I'm going to take the threads out. That is going to go back in my Christmas patterns for next year, and I'm going to dump the project bag. Now, oh my god, this is an old one. Not quite the oldest, we've seen the oldest, but this is an old one. 2024 I did the monthly Quakers, and by December I was flagging. So this is another Turtle Bay fabric. Didn't realise how many of Sophie's bags I had. Yeah, totally flagging by December, to the point of, I mean, this is ridiculous. Look at the start I made. How pathetic is that? How bloody pathetic. In fact, this will have been done, me 12 and 12, 2023. That's how bad that is. And I've got the threads. I've changed the threads, I think. I've changed the threads. Let me have a look. Let me have a look. Oh no. Oh no, I haven't. See, I just lied through my back teeth. They're the threads. I might do that actually. I'm going to put that in my to-dos, because I would kind of like to get rid of these ones that are just hanging around for no good reason. So that's going to go into my to-do soon pile, which is that one, isn't it? Right, what's this? Oh! Cricket Collection Spring. I didn't realise I'd kitted this up. Oh, well, I've kitted up with some of them. There's obviously 327 that you need, looking by the... Look at that. Let's see. Look at all the colours. But no, I have, because I'll have done just the first letter, and I have actually Highbury Gold by Swan Bay Fabrics. This is pretty, isn't it? You can't see it very well. It's a deeper yellow than what you're seeing. It's a real sort of, it is like a goldy lemon, almost. You know, samplery. What would you call it? Like with brown undertones. It's lovely. It's really, really lovely. So I'm going to have to compare that with that, because this is one of these that, you know, I want to keep for the best. Yeah, I want to keep my rays for best because they're so lovely. And they really are. I have got some gifts to show you when I next do my floss tube. So I'm going to need to decide what count is that. 36 count. I don't think there's an awful lot that I can use that for. Do you know what? I'm going to turn that light off. I'm forgetting we're in daylight now. See if that works any better. There you go. There's maybe not a lot I can use that for. I might do that. Right, so this is going to stay kitted up. In fact, it's going to go into my to do now, because I might, you know how I was talking about doing the winter, I might do, because I've done the I for winter, so if I do the S for spring, I'll be keeping up, and it means that I've still got winter done, but I've got spring done ahead of time, like, or like where I can still put up at the same time. I don't know whether I need that light or I don't. Yeah, I think I do. So that is going to be in my to do now. As we come, oh, there's another two sneaking underneath. Oh, where's my cup of tea? Come on, Sherrie. Oh, can't believe we've actually got snow. Yeah, I'm using the word snow as much as I used the word yesterday, aren't I? Oh, now. Ow. It's a scratch from my hand. Right, let's get back into pole position in the middle here. I'm scooched over to the other side. Right, Whoa Stacy. I do love Whoa Stacy. Nettle. I have hung the threads up, and I identified raw. I'm going to put it away though, because it's not that I'm not going to use it, I'm probably going to use it. So it was quite a dark. She's done it on Ween Beans by Needle Bling Linen. So you don't really see a lot of the fabric, so I can't see the point in using an over, like a nice variegated fabric. I just can't see the point. So I'm just going to use this. I'm going to use raw. There's not a huge amount that I can use this for. I don't like it for samplers or anything like that. I don't know why, but anyway, I'm going to put that back in my fabric. That's going to go back in my patterns, and I've now got a nice little project bag. Another Jess one, all the thingies ones. So it appears I have 4 project bag providers. I have Cross Stitch Jess, Sophie, who's Turtle Based Stitches, Sobe Bags, Pauline, and Sarah, Not Enough WIP Bags. I'll list them all below, so go and check them out. I'm not sure whether Sophie's got a Facebook page or not. I'm not on Facebook anymore, so I'm not sure. Now, what is this? Oh, Autumn by Historical Sampler, and that is fully kitted. The fabric, again, it'll be 32 count fabric. I will definitely switch that out for an autumny piece for sure. I'll do that. That can actually go into, because it's just in the envelope, that can go into a project bag though, and that's to do at some point. Now we'll come to the good stuff. Oh, I'm desperate to start this. I just haven't got the time. Look at this. Owl Forest embroidery. Isn't that gorgeous? Just gorgeous. I've got all the silks to go with it. A very soir, 103s in there. Swordage. I'm not. Would somebody like to teach me about silks, silk threads? I would like to know what the differences are. Swordage, is that, are they, I take it they're different from a Verissoir. I might need to get in touch with Coral Saltbox. Nah, she frightens me too much. So anyway, I have got that kitted up with, what was I here for again? That's right, telling you about what I've got kitted up. Oh, now this is another Swan Bay Fabrics material. Rosings Parlour, 40 count. Isn't that gorgeous? It's a deep, slightly deeper than what you can see it there. But I think that's perfect for the colours, isn't it? It's still coming down, that snow, you know. I've just had to go and let the boys in. You want to see the state of my garden? They've made a right mess of it. Like the snow. Because I like looking out and seeing like how pretty it is. But these two boys just wreck it. They just charge around, jumping on each other, and it's like back to being a kid. Yeah. Never known cats like the snow. I've had quite a lot of my cats in my time. Since I was 18, I've had cats. Never, ever, ever known them go in the snow. These two are just weird. Yeah. Probably why they've ended up with me. I think I'm going to get a new one though. I fancy a new tortie. I fancy a new tortoise shell. Yes. Right, second last one. And I know what this one is. I have picked this up on so many occasions to start. And it just... AB 1816 by Antique Sampler Reproduction. Cross Stitch Antiques, sorry. Yeah, what's her name? I met her at... what is her name? Kathleen Littleton. She did a talk at Ackworth. Lovely lady, lovely lady. I've been itching to start this. So this is kitted again with the Verissoirs. I haven't got a fabric. Oh, I ain't got a fabric in that one. Right, for once I'm actually looking for something to kit them. Need to go and find a fabric because I want that ready to go. This was one of the very first project bags I got. This is another Sarah, not enough WIP bags. And I think this is Sarah as well. It was one of the very first ones I got. So that's why I always put like a really special stitch in it. Because, yeah, it just means a lot to me. It was like where I started, and I don't know what's in here. Oh, no. Found it, sorry, I just had to grab the pattern. So this is the Old Barn Stitching Company, which is Sammy Little Loops and someone else. Or is it just Sammy now? I'm not sure, it's just got Sam, well, Samantha on the inside cover. But anyway, I love this. Love this, I love this, I love this. It's printed out and I have identified Weeks Mocha. Is that Mocha? Yeah, 35 count. So I'm going to do that on this. Have I got the threads? That's right. So I kitted it up, but I said to yous, I'm going to switch out these. I'm going to do a conversion. I'm going to switch these out for overdyes because I think that will look, especially the deeper red, the reds, will look wonderful with overdyes and even a green. I do. I think this lends itself really well. And I mean, Christ, me doing conversions, what's that all about? But anyway, I might do it while I'm tidying this pig hole up. You do not want to see the state of this room. And that is that. We are now on 11:30. I dread to think how long this is going to be. Now, last year I asked if you wanted it split into sections. The majority said no, you would rather have the full length. I mean, this isn't a full length movie, this is an epic. This is like, is it Jesus Christ? There's a one of him, that's about 4 hours long. There's a film of Malcolm X, I think it's about 4 hours long. I remember sitting in the pictures for it. My boyfriend at the time wasn't amused. But yeah. But yeah, this I reckon 4 hours. 4 hours. 4 hours of me. Imagine how I feel. So don't sit there going, oh, I couldn't do it. Imagine me. I've got to sit with myself all my life. Every hour of every day. I mean, I never ever get a break. Even my dreams. And I sleepwalk, you know. It just, though I don't seem to have sleepwalked for ages. Or nothing. I can't remember anything if I have. And there's been no real consequences kicking about. I was about to say I love my job of cross stitching. And it does feel like a bit of a job because I do it so much. And because I've got a commitment to doing floss tubes, I need to make sure that I stitch on enough variety of things as well. So it does feel like a job I've chosen, but a job nonetheless. So how are you doing? Are you still alive? Are you still awake? Boo! Just making sure. Just making sure. Is that? I don't know how to end a WIP parade. Because normally I would do a final thought on a floss tube. But, yeah. I heard something the other day and I can't remember what it was. Because I remember thinking, oh, I like that. It was in one of my books. It was at the end of one of my books I was listening to. I can't remember what it was. So, do you know, I'm at the point now, you know when you're that tired you can't be bothered to climb the stairs and go to bed? I'm at that point now where I'm so wrecked, I haven't got it in me to say goodbye. Yes, so I'm looking forward to clearing all this up. I will feel better. I know for a fact I will feel 100% better once I have sorted everything out. I'll give you a little... So I have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I have emptied 15 project bags. That is not bad. I have also gained all of these threads, and there's more down there that I can't pick up, plus the Owl Forest embroidery ones that are at the back as well. That's not bad. And I have now got, I am now the proud owner of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 pieces of fabric. Was I meant to keep that? No, I think I meant to put that back in the... Did I not mean to put that back in the... You see, on that... Oh, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm doing yet. I don't even know what I'm meant to be doing. So I've got 16 pieces of fabric, 16 project bags, a ton of threads, and a room full of mess. My job here is done. So I will love you and leave you from a very snowy Sherrie. If you can be anything in this world, just be kind. Bye for now.